Welcome to episode 5 of Generation Dragons. Clint, Steve, and I are here. Wow, I can't talk. It's Clint and Steve. Hope everyone's been enjoying their week. Sorry about this late upload of episode 5. We'll do a nice quick episode 6 shortly after this, sometime this week, and then we'll upload that then. Anywho, Steve, how you doing, buddy?
Good to have you. Good to join. Cheers.
I like your cup.
I grabbed this one for you today.
Thanks. I was going to drink my Halo cup, but then people wouldn't know, or you wouldn't have known that I was drinking a beer. So,
welcome back to the land of drinking.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a few and far between travels, good sir. Few and far between travels.
But it's good to be able to actually have a beer with you, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
And up here with lockdown being released a little bit, it was good to I saw a friend over the weekend, so I haven't seen anyone really since before Christmas and actually spent time with
nice.
Yeah. So it was good.
Good. I finally went to IKEA since COVID, and it was awful. It was way too much.
Was it crazy crowded?
Oh yeah, and it's like, how is this even allowed? I can't go. I can't have a family get together of 20 people that I know and where they've been, but I can go ahead into a store of 4,000 people. Anywho, we're not going to go into that.
Can't disagree with you there, man. Everyone's being released and out, and yeah,
we can't go down that hole. Anywho, Steve. So last week we talked about Zelda on the Nintendo Direct. This year's Zelda's 35th anniversary.
Yeah, I actually think we already passed the official date. I think it was like February 2nd, or I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I think it was February.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago, but and yesterday was the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. So fuck yeah, right. Pokemon 25th anniversary, bud. Anywho, for Zelda, what kind of was the most impactful Zelda? Because I know you and I both are Zelda fans. Yeah. So what was your big one? What
for me? It would have been the SNES version, Link to the Past. So I played, on the original NES, and I like both of the games. I was first introduced to Link before the original Zelda, and I didn't really like so much the side-scrolling version. When I got to play the other Zelda, I'm like, oh, this is way better.
Oh, the Adventures of Link, yeah.
Yeah, but I distinctly remember being in high school. I was playing Zelda Link to the Past and just randomly chatting, and because I was already almost done the game, and one of my buddies was talking to his friends, guys I didn't really know, but I was there,
right?
And they're like, yeah, this game's awesome, we're loving it. And because my buddy knew where I was, he's like, have you been to the Dark World yet? And they're like, there's a light Dark World? And he's like, man, you guys suck. And anyway, that game really was one that really engrossed me, and I played it the depth out of it. It was great. Right. What about you? What was your first Zelda that really caught you?
Well, so I dabbled in Ocarina of Time. So that was really my first it's probably the first one I remember. I do remember playing Link's Awakening and the Seasons and Ages games. I remember playing them on the Game Boys.
Yeah.
But they weren't I never had a Game Boy.
How did you play them?
Just buddies would have them, so I would just play on theirs, right? And so I never actually finished those ones. Anywho, so same thing with Ocarina of Time. I think I played Ocarina of Time the most at my dentist's office, or maybe McDonald's. Probably McDonald's. Yeah, I think it was McDonald's. Remember the McDonald's?
That's kind of funny, actually.
The McDonald's kiosk there, yeah. Anywho,
I forgot about those.
The big one was so there's that, and then it's probably Wind Waker, and only because the GameCube was the first system I bought and had control of first Nintendo system. So I bought Wind Waker, and I was super excited, and I played the crap out of that, and then I just was hooked on that and started playing all the stuff, the old stuff.
Yeah.
So that was nice. But yeah, it was Wind Waker. But I mean, I think Wind Waker, other than the whole, all the stuff that had come before it, where everyone was like, oh, why isn't this a more human-like Link? Or why is it cartoon? All that.
Yeah, I remember having that issue with it. when it came out, and I was like, "What the hell is this shit? Why is
but
he a little kid?"
but then when you play it,
So,
it's like it's a really good Zelda game. Like it's a good game, and it still holds
mhm.
up. Like the one that came out for the Wii U, the quality of life and all that stuff that they put into it was amazing. Like the reduced the amount of time of looking for shards, all that stuff. So like it's a good game, and graphically because of the cell shading, it holds up. So that was
Yeah,
my most impactful. Then it was Twilight Princess, but then I mean I played Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I really like Majora's Mask. I really like Ocarina of Time.
yeah, I
Um,
really like that. Like, I was not a big fan of the 64. Of all the systems that Nintendo made, that was probably the one I liked the least.
right.
But I love that game. It was great. I could go back to it right now and just start playing. So,
Oh yeah. That's you know what I'm ashamed because I haven't finished Link to the Past. So
oh man,
I finished the 3DS one, and I've
yeah,
been playing the Super NES one on the Switch
right.
and been playing, but I haven't finished it yet. So I've been like, I want to finish it because I know it's a really good game, but I just haven't
What
finished it yet.
was so? There's a Zelda game I loved. The name is escaping me, but it came out on the 3DS, and I have the 3DS with it. Nice. Um, but it was Zelda. I just can't think of the name right now. But
Link Between Worlds.
that game like really hooked me in really well because it played just like Link to the Past.
Yeah, well, it was a
And
sequel to it, right? So like, yeah,
yeah, and I was off work for a while there because I had to go through something. And long story short, my wife bought me that 3DS with the game already pre-installed, and I just soaked all my free time into it. It
that's
was
uh,
great.
that's actually a super nice looking 3DS because you know how they like Nintendo being Nintendo, they released like 40
Hmm.
of the same consoles, different colors and all that stuff, right? So that your 3DS is, or is it a 3DS or 2DS? It's a 3DS, right?
3DS. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a 3DS
It's a,
XL actually, I think, because it's
right,
wide, if I
right.
remember right.
That's a really nice one. I like that one. And there was a Metroid one, a Metro
That'd be a
Samus.
cool one.
That was a nice
Yeah.
one. That's also 35 years, man. Metroid's
Mhm.
35 years old.
Yep. We're getting up there, and so are the games.
Yeah,
How
that's it,
old are we
man.
getting?
Yeah. Especially Nintendo
Uh,
games. Pokemon, but that's the one thing, right? Pokemon's 25th anniversary was yesterday, so the 27th. And the day before they did their whole Pokemon thing. Anyways, it was just a big announcements, remakes of stuff, ones that came out in 2006. So Diamond and Pearl. Funny enough,
mhm.
I was talking to Kathy about it because I know you know Pokemon. I know you dabbled in it a little bit when it first came out, but you're not big into it now. But so it's kind of a me and a side tangent here. Diamond and Pearl, which is the one that they're remaking, is one of the ones like I played, but I didn't get too deep into it because it was about the like I was like 17, 18 when it came out.
Mhm.
So I was just like, I'm an adult. Who cares about Pokemon? Who cares about Pokemon?
Yeah, and then you come back to it. I went
Yeah,
through something very similar around when the 64 was out.
yeah. But the Pokemon thing that didn't last long because you and I were friends. So I was just like, it's cool. It's cool. I can fucking collect this
Yeah.
shit. It doesn't matter. It's cool.
So, what do you
And
think they're going to go with? The anniversary was back to Zelda a bit, but do you think they're going to go anywhere with it or do
oh,
anything? They must do something. But I reading online and was looking at the forums, I'm like, I don't see anything really coming up for the anniversary this year.
my prediction is so you've got Skyward Sword remake, right?
Hmm.
They're likely to take the 35th anniversary like into 2022, just like what they did with Mario's 35th anniversary, right? Like Mario
Yeah.
was last year, and that all the stuff kind of wrapped up recently, right? So, excuse me. Um, I think it'll be the same thing. So I think we're gonna get a Game Boy or DS. We're gonna get a handheld remake of games or like a re-release of them.
Yeah. It's kind of kind of Nintendo's way.
Yeah. Or we're gonna get like Game Boy games will be added on to the Nintendo Online.
Hmm.
And the reason why I think it's going to be potentially going to be that is because They haven't like nothing has been Game Boy. The last time they did kind of Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games was on the 3DS. So like I don't. That's why I'm thinking it's going to be that way. And then why not like, hey, Link's Awakening, play Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. Boom, right? Just on your Switch, Link's Awakening, that type of thing, right? But yeah,
So you
I don't know. I think it's
remember
gonna
you
be
were
a
going
release.
back. You were going back earlier, and you were saying that you're ashamed that you didn't finish A Link to the Past. It's exactly how I feel with Skyward Sword. So that's why I'm pretty
Right.
excited for it. I hated using the freaking
Oh,
nunchuck and Wiimote, and I was like, this is stupid.
yeah.
I just couldn't get into it. But it's probably going. I'm not sure how the controls are going to be. I'm hoping I can actually just use controls, but I'm wondering if it's going to be the same kind of thing this
So
time
it's
around.
not. So it's not buttons, but it's using the right joystick to
Oh, that's right.
swipe.
For your sword, that'll be your.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that as long as I don't have to do this.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I had a good conversation with a few guys at EP actually about that because it would have been nice if they would have put the controls to the buttons. However, you got to remember the game was made with the switch with the Wiimote and the nunchuck in
nunchuck,
mind, right? So
right?
like you had to hold the sword a certain way and then swipe a certain way. And
Mhm.
that's how you would do it, right? So you couldn't really do that if you had to go and put it to like the X button, for example, uh, and then like your guard was the right trigger. That all has to be remapped plus the joystick. So like to keep those, it was either reprogram the characters where they're holding their shield and you had to swipe it this way, and then swipe it this way,
Mhm.
and then swipe it this way. That's no longer, and like you can't. It would be so much more programming to either remove the swipes and how it swipes, or reprogram Link on how he swipes his sword,
Yeah,
right? Like because you'd have to. It would just be an
I get you,
animation
but
to.
man, they have the resources. They could do it. It's not
They
really
could,
that hard, right?
yeah, but that's why they did it to the joystick. At least the joystick, you can. I gotta swipe. I gotta
Yeah, I'm
swipe
actually
low and swipe high.
still really looking forward to it, though.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty excited.
I really enjoyed it. It was like my one of my favorites. My buddy actually was telling me this too, and I was thinking about it. Him and I have feel that that's our like the best Zelda lullaby. The Zelda lullaby version. That's probably the best
Mhm.
one. Which, if you
So
recall, Kathy walked down
la-
the aisle to that.
that's right. Yeah, that was a good time, man. Your wedding was pretty fun,
Thanks, man.
except
Thanks.
for having to do what was that song we did a million times?
Gundam style, yeah.
Yeah, he's just was like, oh, it's done. Stop
Yeah.
it.
Or you gonna say,
But
sorry, I cut you off. I cut you off.
no, last night I actually I was saying I saw a friend for the first time in a while, and he collects swords, right? So he has a couple of show swords that are obviously not full tang, and they're all loose, and we're going to try to fix them or take them apart and see if we can do something to make them a little better. But we ended up getting into a little bit of Jack Daniels, a little bit too much, so we never got to it. But I ended up yanking out my master sword. So you and I both have a big master sword, and yeah, I was just being silly with the kids and flinging around the master sword, and a lot of fun.
Nice. Nice, nice,
But
nice.
yeah, man, I'm gonna pour myself another beer. How's your beer doing?
Ah, near done, near done. Near done, near done.
So,
Yeah, man.
so I know none of us. I didn't get to watch WandaVision yet, so but that we got to talk about coming up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Um, I've been
Yeah.
trying very hard to ignore all the chatter about it. So,
You got because you got to think about it as yourself. Like I on a drive back from IKEA today, um, I was like to Kathy, I was like, oh man, I got to stop Googling what's going on in there. I just have to
right?
look for these people. I have a Marvel encyclopedia. I need to go look in my Marvel encyclopedia, find out who this character is. As long as it's not over the last 10 years, like a new character introduced in the last 10 years, I will find that character in that encyclopedia. So I'm going to do that from like the, I think there's one more, I think there's one more episode, but I don't know if episode 8 was the last one. We'll have to figure that one out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no,
So
there's and then I'm checking Beast Wars comic is this week too, which will be
nice.
I'm looking
And
forward to that.
I can't wait for Kingdom to come out on Netflix. I'm really
Yes.
looking forward to that.
July, I think I saw July, so which is pretty
And
far away. But
with pickups, I know I haven't really picked up anything last week. Have you?
no, not really. Um, I found some stuff, but I haven't been able to get anything. Like it's
So I
just
got the last thing out was my leader class Grimlock, and
Hmm.
he's pretty awesome. He looks really good, but he comes with with wheelie, which I was
Right.
pretty excited about. But it's kind of it's not posable. He's stuck at the joints. Really, just a sculpture, not a
Oh
transform.
yeah, yeah,
So I'm like, I'd rather have gotten like his sword if they're going to do that, because it didn't come with his big red sword that almost every other version of Grimlock did. But
yeah, yeah.
I'm looking
Fair.
at him now, like, I mean, he looks good, but wheelie, like, why didn't they make him
Yeah,
better?
that's true. Yeah, because I saw that he was available at some spots, but I'm like, do I want him? He looks good, but then
I
I
did the
don't.
same thing. Like, I hummed and hawed, and I didn't pick him up right away.
Right.
I was kind of keeping my eye out for things, and Curse and I were out shopping, and then I just like we're driving back. I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna get him. We went back, and he was still there.
Yeah, yeah, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I have to keep an eye out. I'm gonna do some driving around and shopping at some point to see what I can find. But we got to do that too. We got to make sure we film that. We're gonna go out to
Yeah, I can't
Perth.
wait for that. Actually,
We're gonna go out to Perth and go to the antique place. Oh my goodness, I forgot the place. But anyways, we're gonna go
yeah, I was waiting for you to say it because I can't remember either. You sent me the link, and I'm like, this is awesome.
the junkyard. I believe. Anyways, we'll get your name. I know I sent you. Anywho. Yeah, Steve. Talk about pickups. Did you play? Did you ever pick up the PlayStation VR? I know you talked about it and all that stuff. But did you
So
ever buy
I
it?
didn't, but I actually have it. So a buddy of mine wanted to borrow my N64 for his kids, and so we swapped. He gave me his PSVR because he wasn't playing with it, and my kids wanted to play with it. And yeah, so I have it right now. We've been playing it off and on, and to be honest, my thoughts on VR it's still meh. It's really cool when you play it, but then the novelty wears really fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so it's something I want and I would like to pick up, but it doesn't have that. I need it. I want to have this now.
You're right.
So, but it's really cool. Have you played PSVR?
I've only ever done it once, and I couldn't. Uh, I the screen quality is what got me.
Mm,
So I'm, as you are well aware, I'm very like I need to have crisp, clear like picture when I'm playing games or watching
right.
movies and all that stuff, right? So I was playing it, and I was like, oh man, this is like it's 720p, but it's 90 inches. It's as if I was standing in front of a 90-inch screen or something along those lines, right? Just a monster screen. So I'm like, this, like it's too pixelated. So I don't know.
So
But
that's why you didn't like it, eh?
yeah, that's all it was. Like I
So
thought it was a cool concept because it was like Drive Club, and I was like, oh, drive it. And then I was over hanging out with Millen. Millen's like, yo, Clint, like look to your right. So I look to the right and then see that it's the window. But the issue is the graphics are so poor
Mhm.
that I didn't know what I was looking out at the window. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was too pixelated to tell that I was driving down. I could see another car or whatever was beside me. Like I was really driving. But
So for me, I think I hate to say it, it was really cool to play Batman or Spider-Man. Like those were really done well. Um, but I had more fun watching people play it than myself with the reactions. And my stepfather played the Spider-Man one, uh, the original demo. I can't remember what the second one's called, but where you're on a skyscraper and he like literally was freaking out. And I can't do this. I can't. And he pulls the thing off, and that was more entertaining to me than actually playing it.
oh yeah, yeah.
So it was cool to play it, but like I literally got a better feeling from watching other people play it.
Yeah. I get that. I get that. Now, Sony announced they're doing a PSVR 2 for the PS5. So
Yeah.
I might pick that one up. Like I gotta see. I may go and
Wait,
drop the.
wait,
Well,
wait for it, man.
I'm semi hoping they'll make some of the games backwards compatible because like I really want to play Iron Man, the Iron Man VR game on PlayStation 4.
It does look pretty cool.
Yeah,
For
I
me,
want to.
it's Star Trek Bridge Commander,
Oh yeah,
like or Bridge
oh
Crew. I
yeah,
may get the name wrong, but that to me would be really cool.
yeah.
But that's my Star Trek nerd coming out, and I think I'd get pretty bored of it after playing it and getting over the novelty of it.
Yeah, sort of like my Mario Kart live. It's fun. It's cool. It's really cool to
It's
do.
really cool. I want to try that. Now that we're kind of lifting lockdown a little bit, I got to get over there and
Yeah,
try that. That's just,
it's
I might have to
cool,
buy
but
another cart just so we can mix
yeah,
and play.
yeah. Well, that's it. You get Luigi, and I think they're supposed to be making someone else too. So it'd be sweet
Yeah,
if they
I
do.
want anyone but Luigi. Like if they put Link in there, I'm getting that.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. But it would be pretty sweet. It'd be pretty sweet. All right, my friend Steve. I know we're coming to the end of the evening. It's a it's late. It's Sunday, the
I
last
know.
day of
Can't wait to
February.
get to this. It's
Last
crazy.
day of February. Anywho, man, I think we're good for this evening. We'll just keep we'll make sure we have a nice chat later this week so people can listen to it. This may be longer than we expected, but you know what? It was a good chat with you, Steve, as always.
Always. Yep.
Where so we'll again you can listen. We'll be up on YouTube faster than we'll be on the podcast platforms, but we'll be up on Google and all the other Apple and all that good stuff. Anywho, everyone, again, I need to thank everyone who's watched and listened to us. We got a good group of people who've joined this, who have subscribed to our videos on YouTube, Steve, which is awesome. So we got to make sure
Yep.
we keep them coming. Thank you to everybody. You can follow us again, Game.Bot Games on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and then Generation Dragons. If you search Generation Dragons, you'll find us on all the podcasting platforms. Steve, as always,
Keep collecting.
keep gaming.
Keep safe.